Hi, today I wanted to do a planner update and a haul from Michaels. Um, so I've been using the Doki Book Disc Agenda Diva now for several months, and I'm really enjoying it. As you can see, it's really full, which is kind of interesting because I haven't really put anything extra in it. In fact, I've taken pages out. I think part of it is this cute little pocket, but while it's adorable, I don't find it to be functional at all, and I kind of wish it wasn't there. You can see that it's it's right there. It's as big as it's going to get. And I love it though. It's beautiful. I love the finish. I like seeing it. Most of the time I just leave it open on my desk. And, I just have a few things that are in here. Not much at all, like just a few pieces of paper and stuff. And then I have the calendar. I have the full year in here. And so I suppose if I removed part of it, then I could add other things to it. But I'm really enjoying that this is a dated planner, and so I can put things in as they come along, and I don't have to add the dates. And so I think removing part of it kind of defeats the purpose. I mean, I guess I could remove old months. That could work, but it's just I've been using it, and I've been getting used to having like the vertical format, and it's working out fine. It's not bad at all. I have found that I'm writing down kind of just like anything that's attached to a date goes in here. Otherwise, it's not really going in here. So I'm truly just using it as a planner. And so maybe I'll throw in like something that is I've got some post-its and things. But the only thing I did to alter this was I laminated the dividers, and it did add some bulk to it, but I mean, that's it. And I have a piece of paper back here that has this tape on the edge. Other than that, there's not really room for anything in this planner. I've removed all the recipe pages and the to-do pages. There's not room for anything in this planner, and that's all that's fitting in here, which is fine because I really don't have like a million appointments that I need to keep track of. I usually just have like one, maybe two things that are attached to a day, and then I have a couple to-dos on my list for the day, and it works out great. So this stays on my desk. I'm using my Marion Smith as just a storage planner for various things. And then I went to Michael's with my friend, and I got this cute little Recollections planner. It was $20, and with the 40% off coupon, it was like 12 bucks. And so they had them in a bunch of different colors. The mint, black, they had like a pearlescent white, like a pearlescent kind of pink, light pink. They had a gold and white stripe, a bright darker blue, a lighter kind of teal blue, and a hot pink, if I remember those were the colors. I went back and forth between the black and the mint, and then in the end my friend was like, you really should get the mint, and so I did. So one of the things that I liked about this was that they were all like, they have all these coordinating accessories to go with them, and of course everybody loves accessories, right? And so they had little tassels, they had all kinds of little sticker sets that matched, and they kind of have sets that go with certain color planners. So like the mint, the lighter pink and the white kind of all can go together, or the black and the white and the gold. Oh, and they had solid gold ones as well, planners I mean. All of those could go together because they would have like tassels in those colors, or little sticker sets that were just so cute in those colors. They had packs that had kind of an assortment of pages. They had undated calendars. They had notepads, and then they had all these little books. And they had washi tape that kind of was all coordinating to these things. So you really could just get like a whole full set and go crazy. As I was looking at them, like thinking, I don't need another dated planner because I have one. Or I don't need another planner with a calendar because I love having the dated calendar on my desk. And if I need to write myself a reminder note for the day, I can do that. I always have a pad of paper in my purse and my phone, and so I can, record things on there. So I was going to get a calendar set just because that's like a kind of an automatic thing for me to want to do, and they're undated. But I didn't because I thought I'm not going to be using this as a calendar, and I already didn't like having my calendar in this size because I've had other personal size planners that I have since sold. And so I thought I'll take a chance on this. They have all these cute little books that go with it, so maybe I'll try something different and see if I can use this for something else. So I'm just going to show this to you. It just comes like this, and then you have a pocket here, and then a few slip pockets there, 3 of those, and then just this flat pocket. And all the hardware was gold in all of the planners. You have a little pen loop back here that is just kind of like this, it's a fake leather, it's clearly a fake leather. You have a slip pocket here for a notepad, and then another slip pocket here in the back. And it comes with 3 dividers. This one says make great things happen, and these are like a hard plastic divider, which I kind of like. The gold, and then believe the very best. And then there's a few pages of to-dos, so it looks like that. Or not a few, there's quite a bit. There's graph paper, and then there is just plain lined paper in the back. So that's what comes with the planner. And like I said, there's so many accessories that you can get for it. And so I just wanted to show you what I got. So the first thing I got, I can't even believe I got this because this is definitely not up my alley. But I saw it and it was so cute. And my friend was like, it has a flamingo. You're the flamingo. You have to get it. And so I'm the flamingo apparently. It worked at the time. And so I got this little tassel, which like I said, I never, this is definitely not like my style, but it was so cute. You need to go outside, don't you? Oh my gosh, my dog needs to go outside right now. Please hold. I will put the tassel on screen for you to see how cute it is, but I'll be right back. Come on. Don't bark. Don't make any noise. Okay, here's hoping they don't bark. So here's the tassel. It is so cute. And they had, like I said, all coordinating tassels. It comes with a little pearl. Then there's this adorable little flamingo and this little like jade looking gem. And it is so cute. This is normally, like I said, not something I would get, and I got it. So I think it's going to be really cute in this planner. So I'm going to pop it in here and show you. I guess it's not a planner. It's just a binder, right? Oh my gosh, that is adorable. Super cute. So there's that. So I got a little tassel. Another thing that I wouldn't normally get, which I was like, I have to get this because it's so pretty, is this set of washi tape. I don't really have any real washi tape. I have some like fake imitation washi tape, and this is like honest to goodness. And so like this color scheme, like that, you know, the white and the pink planner that you could get, but let's be real, it's all about like the super sparkly tape. So I was like, what am I going to put this on? And she's like, everything? That's probably right. So they're all different widths, and they all are gold foiled. So pretty, or they're sparkly, and these are adorable. Except for this pink one. This is the only like matte finish. Oh wait, no. Yeah, it is. So pretty. So everything is going to be washied in my life. Wow, I just kind of naturally separated them into pink and green. Everything will be washi taped in my life, and that's that. So then, oh, and I have to show you. Look at how cute this retro forever. Let's see if it fits in here. It does. It fits perfectly, and it has a clip. It fits on there perfectly, and there's this little in the hearts. The mint green hearts are like the exact same mint green as these. So I think this is going to live right there. It fits perfectly. So this was like the cool part of it, because it doesn't have to be a calendar, and it doesn't come automatically with a calendar. So I kind of liked that because, like I said, I already have a calendar that I'm enjoying, and why am I going to keep 2? I'm not going to do that kind of a redundant sort of thing. That becomes more of a chore than anything. So I decided to try some of these little books and see how they go. And so that was one of the things that my friend said, that when she was with me, she's like, I really like that this doesn't have to be like just a calendar. You can make it whatever you want. It's just a little binder. And that's exactly what it is. So I got a few of these little books. The first one is To Do. And I mean, these are just a beautiful little book anyway on its own, but I think what you can do is just tear these pages out and pop them in the binder, and so that you build your binder as you want it. And they had so many different little books. I would say probably at least 10 different ones, if not more than that. And so in the To Do book, you have to do, and then a date up here, and then you have seven lines for errands, 7 for housekeeping, 3 for emails, 3 for phone calls, 10 to buys, 4 appointments and activities, 3 business, 3 miscellaneous. And like looking at this, I thought, this is right. This is the right balance for maybe like a week, or even for some people a month. But like, if I got all this stuff done in a week, I would be getting a lot of things done. Working a full-time job plus all of this, yes. And so I think this is like a good way to kind of just organize it all. I like how it was organized into different categories, and to ensure that you're not doing like way too much. Like, it's not realistic that I'm going to do, 20 housekeeping tasks. If I did 1 a day each week, that would be realistic. So there's 7 of them, right? Running 1 or 2 errands, a day, that's realistic. So I liked this. And I think you can just pop them out and put them in. Going further in the book, so most of the books have like multiple kinds of sections. Oh, don't hurt yourself, little puppy. It's okay. Then further in the book, you have monthly goals. So there's a little section that says goal description, deadline, and then a box for finished. I think you can see that. And then over here, it's just my blank list. And there's a list of 20, and there's little check boxes or circles on the side. Further in, such bad allergies right now, it's just paper, notes and thoughts. So how adorable is this little book? So I don't think you stick the whole book in there because you wouldn't really be able to fit it in, but you pull out the pages as you're going to use them, is what I'm assuming. The next one is menu planning. Look at how pretty, like all of those, how shiny it is. So menu planning. And they have like a little hardcover. The paper feels very nice. So here you have your weekly menu planning, and there's a spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for Sunday through Saturday, and then a shopping list, and they break it up into produce, meat, dairy, packaged goods, canned goods, baked goods, frozen, baking spices, household, and extra. They give you several of those. And then this one is, it says staples here, and then easy dinner ideas. 5 favorite meals of, and it says month, 5 favorite meals, so there's sections of those. This is actually, I kind of like these. I was keeping track of this in the Marian Smith in a different way, and I like keeping track of, because it's hard. You get in like a rut with making dinner and stuff, and I don't know, I always, and then I'll look back at old menus and go, oh yeah, we liked that. Why did I stop making that? So then here, this is kind of cool. It says fridge inventory, and it has a space for the month, and then quantity, item, and use by, and then pantry inventory, and it's the same. And so I guess you would just write down everything that you have or that you buy, and then if you carried this with you at the store, you'd see a use by, or if just you kind of look through your list of stuff, it would help, I think, to inspire you to use things for various meals. So like, oh, I have this, I need to use this up, or yeah, I think that would be what it would be for. And then menu to do. That's interesting, menu to do. And that's it for this book. The next book I got was called Important. And this one has a section for family, and so it's got for every person, it starts at the top, it says name, and it has a section for their date of birth, social security number, notes, school, work, address, city, state, zip, phone, email, medical, doctor, address, city, state, zip, phone, medical info, prescriptions, dental, dentist, phone, address, city, state, and zip. So aside from, this being the perfect identity theft book, this is actually pretty useful. I know that for my husband, I've had to have all of this information at some time or another, and I used to carry it on a little piece of paper, and this would actually be much more, this is a better idea, I think. And so they give you quite a few of those, which is kind of interesting to me because, I mean, there's like probably more than 20 in here. There's a lot. Then for insurance. So type of insurance, and then there's space for the agent, email, phone number, provider, policy number, address, city, state, zip, website, phone, policy holder, date of birth, social security number, persons covered, and date of birth. So there's quite a large section for insurance too. For banking, type of account, bank, phone, address, city, state, zip, website, account number, other info. And there's 2 of those for each page, and there's quite a few of those. It's surprising that there's so much of each. And then there's a contact section, so it's like a little phone book. Name, address, city, state, zip, cell phone, email, work phone, and relationship. And that goes through to the end of the book. And so, you know, I'm thinking like the little binder, it could just be kind of like the information hub for, you know, this kind of stuff. And if, you know, we ever need it and we don't have access to things on the internet for some reason or another, it's on paper at least. If I'll use these little books or not, I'm not sure. I just kind of got the ones that I thought that looked interesting and that I would like to try to use. This one is budget. And I have been really diligent about keeping a budget, but I'm keeping it on the computer, and I'll be really honest, I'm just not much of a computer person. I much prefer paper and pen. And so I'm going to see how I can do this on paper. I liked that it has a little monthly budget section, and so it gives you starting balance and ending balance. And there's a section for, you know, different types of bills, and then some blanks down there, due dates, projected amount, actual amount. And so I think one thing is, and I looked at the categories, and a lot of these are the categories that I have, like mortgage, bills, electricity, gas, water, garbage, vehicle payment, vehicle insurance, you know, etc., all the way down through pets and stuff. So I could change some of those. And then you have starting balance, ending balance, a goal description, goal date, money to save monthly, goal total, actual amount saved this month, current goal balance. And so I think I'd like to try to see how I want to use this. And then there's a final balance down here, income, checking deposits, actual bills, actual savings deposits, ending balance. I know I'm going through this quickly, but it's just kind of a lot. So they give you quite a few of those. And then there's a section for budget information, 10 ways to save today. A way I could have saved today is not get any of this, but, you know. Spending tracker. And so this is just your like little checkbook register, or maybe if you just want to, you know, I can see using these to keep track of spending, and then taking this and adding this up and putting it in the monthly budget pages. Because the one advantage of doing it on a spreadsheet in a computer, or in a spreadsheet on the computer, is that it will automatically do the math for you. So if I'm adding in receipts daily, it will continue that calculation. Whereas here I wouldn't want to keep erasing it in that monthly budget. So I could do, like, you know, restaurants. You know, when we eat at restaurants, I'll keep track of that on one page, and then I'll be able to total that up for the month or something. So they give you quite a few of those. And then the goals and ideas page. And that's that one. And the last one I got was inspiration. I'm trying to think of the other ones they had. They had like a to-do, a pregnancy tracker, a spiritual thing. I don't remember. There was a lot. So in inspiration, they have, that's interesting. Whoa. The whole edge is coming. Oh, the whole top is coming off. That's not good. Do you see that? Look at that. I'll have to snip that off before it gets any further than this. But it looks like it could just go the whole way. Well, that's disappointing. Look at that. Anyway. Monthly insights. So there's a space for the month, and then you can record all your insights. This one's coming apart. 10 things I want to do this month. I challenge myself to. What can I improve on? 10 things I'm grateful for. Thought for the month. What I learned this month. Reasons to be. And there's 5 spots for happy, excited, thoughtful, energized, creative, healthy, imaginative, compassionate. And those repeat. Wait. Yeah. Those repeat. Continue to repeat. And then towards the end, so the majority of that is those. And then ideas, there's a spot for 20. There's a spot for 20 dreams. Dreams and ideas again, and those go to the end. And actually, this book, I was thinking would be, I want to kind of use some of these ideas in these pages in at school with some of my students. And so, in our study hall. So I thought that that was pretty good idea to maybe try to incorporate some goal setting and some like gratitude stuff, which we've tried to do in the past and just not really implemented it very well. So anyway, as you can see, none of these things are calendars, but I would kind of like to try to make my little binder, that is going to bother me to no end, make my little binder, you know, like home information, a meal planning section, and, you know, budget, and then, you know, the to-do list. I don't know. I'm going to try to figure out how I want to do this and how I want to maybe incorporate some of these. And if I don't use it, the little book was like $4, and so I'll be okay with that. But I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope you enjoyed this. I know it was a long video, and it wasn't about pens, but my Retro Forever did make an appearance. So that kind of makes it sort of pen related. I will have some upcoming videos about pens because I have some on the way, but I just wanted to say thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon.